Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so we got a little bit of Destiny shout out today. And we are in Ragna Break, ladies and gentlemen, season number 12. So let's take a look and see what's going on. So I hope everybody had enjoyed the last couple of weeks because we had two events going. We had the World Boss as well as the Narrative Dungeon, Venus Vacation. So there was a lot of rewards to get. So I hope everybody managed to snatch up a bundle of stuff. I managed to get my Kasumi, a couple levels on my Kasumi to almost get her completely maxed out, 16-6. So I was really happy. So let's take a look. But all that's gone, as you know, as we are into the news. So let's take a look at what we got. We got Mona's emergency support up for 2 weeks. That's normal. Just log on. When you log on each day, just click on claim. Gives you a chance to get a outfit for Neem Hain. This is her outfit. Role of the nurse, Neem Hain. An interesting look. As you know, she's always helping Fredge. And fixing him up. Well, let me rephrase that. She tries to help Fredge, but when she stuck him into a doll, she saved his life, but she still put him inside to, so cursed doll Fredge, which is just hilarious. I think that's the best story they've ever had. So this is sort of making fun of her. I'm not Fredge's nurse. See, so it's nice that they're poking fun at that. And then of course 100 crystals, 1,000 crystals actually, which is pretty nice. Help you to get a roll. Pumpkin Paradise, of course, up for another 2 weeks. Now, this is as normal. You just get the rolls, get the pumpkin candy. You get some pennies in here. There's also a nice little hunk at Onyx at 10,000, as well as some blood gems. And you get these just by standard, Play the Labyrinth 5 times, and you get a roll. And then set off on an expedition for 30 hours total. And then clear the underground to 9th stage 1 time. And you get another, and then join Devil Rumble, and to get some plays. And each time you do it 3 times, you get another roll. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is you get a chance for 4, 5, 6, 7 rolls on a daily basis. Okay, and once you get those that get the pumpkin candy and whatnot, there is a event in here where you can give up the pumpkin candy. As you know, this is a continuation. It's been up. For 7 more, it was up during the last event, so it's still continuing. So you have a chance to get some of the good stuff. You can get these packs, the Jack-o'-lantern donut set, and you can roll in that. I actually got a couple 5-star tickets, and I actually got a couple 5 grade A tickets that I've here on some previous ones. So it's a good thing to do, and they're free rolls, so you may as well use them. Okay, so let's take a look. The mission pass is, of course, reset. So get in there and knock that out. So what do we got here? You get a 5-star. If you do purchase the seal, you get another set of comedy Addis, and you get a hot spring for Addis. Okay, and then you get a hot spring for Rusalka. Now, Addis is the world boss is Romeo and Juliet is the theme. Romeo is Addis, Juliet is Rusalka. Rusalka has not been used for a while. I got Rusalka back. Rusalka's been first gen character. She was a water healer. She was my first healer actually, but I ended up getting Lita pretty quick and switched immediately from Rusalka to Lita as my healer. And then I went on to max out Lita, so I never really did go back to Rusalka. And since then, I've been using mostly Lita, but mainly I've been focusing on the new Dana, the healer Dana, Prophet Dana. Originally she's a light defender, but now her new was a fire healer. So I've been using her. She has an excellent healing skill. So, but let's take a look at the boss. So Romantic Addis is the boss. Now remember, this is the boss skill set. This is not the skill set you're going to get. The character is different. We'll take a look at that here shortly. So the big thing about this is he's got an anti-barrier skill, which removes the barrier, and then it deals damage to equal 110% of remaining barrier HP. So, and it does it to 5. So this is going to be, he's going to do damage. She's going to do a lot of damage. And both of these skills remove the barrier. So, you definitely want to bring a character with a barrier, of course. One of the best one out there is Dana. If you don't have Dana, you can bring Mars, but the problem with Mars is water. So this is a wood boss, so you don't want to bring water if at all possible. because you're going to get wood has the elemental buff against water. You know, water beats fire, fire beats wood, which is what you want to use this fire because this is wood and wood beats water. So you're going to try to stick with fire, wood for equal damage, or light or dark. Of course, all have equal damage as well. So they don't have the level, but water is what you want to try to avoid if at all possible. So you know, it is what it is, but that's, you know, it's wood, so try to bring fire. But he's got a really good skill set. The debuff resistant for -40%. So it's going to debuff. Duration cut 60%. So any buffs you apply to him, they're going to be cut by 60%. And then all skill defense plus 80%. So an increased defense against all skills by 80% except weak point. So you're going to be seeing a character here about in this Ragna Break that's going to reduce the damage you do to it, and at the same time it's going to be removing your protections and hitting you with damage. So this is going to be a pretty tough boss. So you're definitely going to want, you definitely got to have to try to see what you can get. Got up a 5 set. But that's what it is. So anyway, the Devil Base, that's, you get the costumes. These are the spa outfits for the hot spring. Okay, so that's pretty nice. All right, so let's take a look. As you see, Addis is the character. So let's take a look here. Let's go into the shop here. So you get Addis as a reward for the first. So this is Addis. So on this blade, I swear my eternal love for Rusalka. As I said, the narrative dungeon is in there. The narrative dungeon will be Addis and Rusalka. Addis being Romeo, Rusalka being Juliet, keeping with the theme. This is a new, you know, it'll be an interesting story. I haven't had a chance to go through it yet, but so I don't want to spoil it for anyone, as I don't want to spoil it for myself as well. So, but definitely want to take it that. So let's take a look at the skill set. Now, when you get Addis, this is the skill set you're going to get. Okay, so it deals 1 to 2 attack damage. Deals 398 damage to one enemy, prioritizing the highest attack, and it decreases the skill gauge by -30%. That's nice. Deals 690 damage to 2 enemies, priority water. Of course, you should not have water in your team if at all possible, so that should not be applicable. Skill gauge -35%, and side skills cooldown plus 2 seconds for 12 seconds. So what we're seeing here is basically a skill gauge manipulator. Okay. So deal 2,663 highest attack, -100 to 12 seconds in PvP. Okay, yeah. Skill gauge manipulator. Chang is the water version. So this is a skill gauge manipulation for wood. Unfortunately, the leader buff is not a world boss qualified because it really only affects water type enemies. Okay, so you know. If the boss is water, you might want, but it's only going to reduce the speed by -12%. That's a little bit, and then skill cooldown, but it's water, water effective. So not something you can use just as generic boss, but it's got a nice look to it. He's got a nice look. So it's comedy Addis, okay. And when you get him full, I assume he'll take on the romantic. I assume when you get him Est, he'll take on this romantic Addis. But I assume what the character will look like. So that's a pretty cool. You definitely want to when you do get him, you want to take him all the way up to S rank, fully awakened, so that you can actually get that new skin look for him that comes on the S. Okay, so that's what we got so far. So it looks like you go standard Ragna Break format. You will get 5 in the raid shop. Okay. The current boss that I'm seeing early is Agamemnon. Yeah, Agamemnon. So just I just putting some generic fire in there. Wood keeping just for I used to just use wood because you want to do fire, but wood is equal, and she's just got an excellent Bathory's just got an excellent buff, so I just use her all the time. That's Bathory. It just says Sieko because I've got her skin. So you're not going to have any trouble. I would project that you probably won't see any trouble until probably around 23 or 24, maybe maybe 25 or 26. You might have to start doubling up to kill, because you're going to be going. Then you're going to be going up against Addis. But to start out, it's just ag the minimum. So the standard Ragna Break, you get to 40, and that's the goal. Your goal is to get to 40 as quickly as possible, because then you can start doing Slayer raids. Slayer raids is where you make most of your coinage that you want to spend in the raid shop. So Ragna coins, Slayer raid is where you'll get most of your Ragna coins at. And so after you clear the first set, you'll get a copy of Addis. Then you're going to get Wings of the Embrace Rusalka. So this is an armor set for Rusalka. And you get her flower headdress. That's her armor. This is her... Yeah, okay, that's her weapon. This is her armor. And this is her accessory, waist ribbon. And then, of course, the fifth set, you will get another copy. Okay, so you get him first and 5, so that's 2 copies right there. You also be able to get him in the Ragna mission. After you complete 39, you'll be able to get another copy right there. Okay. In the raid shop, after you've cleared all 5, you'll probably be able to get another copy of him, as well as a skin once you've cleared all 5 sets. Once you clear this, they'll usually pop up for another 200,000 coins. You'll be able to get some skins and another copy of the character. So you definitely want to try to do that. And like I say, that's why you want to get to Slayer raid as fast as possible, because that's when you start really getting 3,000 and 4,000 Ragna coins per shot. Okay, so you know, it's conceivably up to 5,000 and 6,000 depending on how much damage you're doing. So you can get a lot of your Ragna coins through that. So you want to get the Slayer as fast as possible. So you'll get the 5 right here. How do you get more? Well, you get more by running story mode levels. So for those of you who are not familiar, you want to run 7-8. 7-8 you want to run specifically because it gives you fire gems. You need these gems to increase, to evolve your mats to 5-star, so you can evolve your 5-star characters. Okay, so you need to have, so you can take those 5-star characters to 6-star, but you need to have mats to do it, and the mats take fire gems to increase their evolution. So you want to do this one simply because you just, while you're doing this at the same time, you're getting fire gems sometimes. So that's why I always choose 7, 8, 1. Okay. Now you can choose another level if you want, but just make sure it has a fire gem. If you can't, if you're early in the game and can't quite do 7, then just find another one of the lower levels that has fire gems. But I like 7, 8 because it's just enough that I can, also enough that I can put new characters in and level them up at the same time. Okay, so that's why I use that. But anyway, you want to do that. You want to do a repeat. Okay, make sure this box is checked. Okay, and what this every time you discover a raid, it'll stop and let you choose the raid and run the boss. And you just start it back up again and do it till you get another. Do it again over and over and over and over. And as many times as you can run this, you can get as many bosses. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you can go 5 without getting one. Sometimes you'll get 2 in the space of 5. You know, it's just really a little bit of a, it's just, you know, but you will get a raid frequently. So, you know, that's the best way to do it. So you can just let it run off to the side, which is what I do on BlueStack. So I'm doing something else on the main screen off to the side. And when I see a raid, I click on it, run the raid, restart, and let it run again. And that way I can get more, okay, because you only get 5 a day. So it's going to take you 8 days. So basically pretty much a little bit more than half of the event to get to level 40 before, so you can start doing the Slayer raids. You can't, Slayer raids is not open until you're level 4, until you've defeated the level 40 boss. And that's just the way it goes. It goes in order. So you have to do, you know, 8 days is how long it would take it to be able to be a little bit more than half over by that time. So, you know, quicker you get to it, the quicker you can start getting the heavy coins, so you can start clearing those things out and start getting that next set, that 5th set, which has the good stuff in it, which is extra character copies, skins, chests, all kinds of goodies. Platinum chests and stuff start popping up there as well too. So that's where you want to go. You want to try to get as many as you can. Okay. So yeah, go fire. Like I say, you know, your best fire team. I have. This right here, Archfiend Abby, is pretty much the pretty much my highest attack. She does more damage than anybody. She's over 10,000 attack base, so that's why I use her. So just get your best attackers that you can. Hopefully you can use everything fire. If not, you can use wood or light or dark. Either, as I said, either will be acceptable. Wood, you can, if you only got fire, if you only got water, then that's what you have to use. But just understand that they're going to be taking extra damage and might die a lot quicker simply because wood has the buff against water. Okay, so that's it. So it's a pretty good event, season 12. But yeah, get in there, start knocking them out so that you can get a little bit of the rewards. And of course, always do not forget the story, the raid story. Go through this, and you'll get Romeo and Juliet, and you'll get to see Addis and Rusalka's interactions, and you get to see what started it, why it happened, and what's going on with that. And it's nice that they bring back Rusalka, because Rusalka's like, I hadn't had nothing for Rusalka for a really long time. And like I say, I have a sort of a soft spot for her simply because she was my first healer that I got. She was like one of my first 5 stars. I'm like, ooh, I got Rusalka, and I'm water healer, and put her in there, and she was healing me, but she just wasn't doing very good. Fortunately, I got Lita shortly after, and Lita was, she was always been one of the best healers in the game, and even though she was 4-star, and because she was 4-star, you can level her up a lot faster than you can Rusalka, who's 5-star. So I was able to fully get, a 66 on Lita. Very, very fast, and I never took her out. I used her until just recently. I recently switched to Prophet Dana. Dana was originally a light defender, but the new version of her is a fire healer. So I've been using her simply because of that. So, but I do switch back to Lita if I'm going up against having trouble against some water groups, and I'm getting burned down pretty quick. I'll switch back to Lita. So she's still a part of my rotation as I go through trying to figure out what the best team for the best to go up against some of the characters. So it's good. But yeah, don't forget the dungeon. Go through that, get the story. They always do an excellent job at storytelling. So you definitely don't want to miss out on it. All right, so season 12's up, ladies and gents. Get in there and knock it out. All right. And remember to subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified each time I drop a video. So this is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.